Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means we're back with another AEW Dynamite live stream here tonight. It's going to be a good one, folks. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Be a part of the show. Be a part of the fun. It's going to be a stacked night ahead. What does TK and company have in store? We will find out. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. Going to be a fun one, folks. Lots to talk about. A busy night ahead for Dynamite. Lots to get into. Lots going on out there in the wrestling world. And a lot to discuss as far as this channel and what we have upcoming for you. Make sure you get in that chat. You put Hump Day in the books. Friday Junior is tomorrow. We got the weekend upon us. Elimination Chamber coming up. We will be live for it. We got more and more and more wrestling to be excited about. But tonight, TK, AEW Dynamite, what will it have? As always, we start off this week with a lot of hope, a lot of excitement. We want the show to be solid. I see that chat filling up. I will get to you in a moment, folks. But again, lots to get into as far as the wrestling world goes. With tonight, MJF will be in store for us. Nana's going to be there with Swerve. Adam Page going to be with us. Trios match going to happen. Harley Cameron taking on Deanna. We want Harley. And of course, Orange Cassidy, Takeshita, as well as Will Ospreay, Bounty Hunter, in a bounty match. I don't know what that is. But we will get into all that fun stuff. It's going to be a crazy night here on the channel. I will take a moment to remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Shout out to Big Nick. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to everybody in that chat. I see it blowing up already. I love to see it. Let's get that number up into triple digits tonight. And let's talk some wrestling. Let me know what is on your wrestling mind. What are you excited about tonight? What are you excited about in general? What do you want to talk about? But with all that being said, I did want to address one major thing in the chat. We, as a channel, have launched our WFU. There you go. Wrestling Fans United. Mega, I saw you asking. I had to give you the answer. But WFU, we have broken away from the IWC, and we are now repping the WFU. Go to social media, hashtag a post with it, tag the channel, tag your friends. We are the Wrestling Utopia. We are the wrestling friends you can't find in your real life. And again, we might not always agree. We might not always like what we get. But the concept of being negative, the concept of hate watching doesn't make sense. And we are now no longer members of the IWC. We are the WFU. We welcome everybody as long as you keep your gloves above the waist at all times. We got nothing but time to talk about wrestling. So go to our shop, get your WFU merchandise. We got t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, long sleeves. We got it all, folks. So go check that out. The latest addition to our merch store, and go get yourself some Wrestling for Life merch today. But yes, there you go, Mega. That's your answer. It is the WFU. We want this to catch on. We want this to spread the positive, exciting world of wrestling. But with all that being said, like I said, we got lots of wrestling going on here tonight. But I will say hello to Kevin. I will say hello to Ken. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? See Money's back with us. Yeah, and again, we had Orange Cassidy out for a little bit. He was back last week in the main event. Wasn't my favorite decision, and he's back at it again tonight against Takeshita. The weird part of this is the winner gets to take on Kenny Omega, but Kenny Omega is not the champ. So that's a little odd in the booking, a little odd in the decision making, but we will find out. But Ken, I see Eric Isaac back in the house. Wrestling for Life buddies. Looking forward to Harley and Deanna. And I bet that Rosa Statlander versus Bane Ford will be on Collision Saturday. That makes sense. Against EC Elimination Chambers, Trish Tiff versus Nia Candice. It's very possible, Eric. Very possible. Judgment Day, Mike Harper's in the house. C Money, we got you. Sean Reed, welcome back. Welcome back. Mega, loving the new the good song, good jam. I like it a lot. Breaking Benjamin, one of my favorite bands, and it's good to see them making music. So good song, good choice. I answered that question. Damien, always looking forward to stuff as the leader of the Hopium tribe. Welcome on back, sir. Good to see you. Brian Keys, Ospreay should be a good match. I don't know why it's happening. I don't know what I missed. I don't know. Again, I've said it a million times. Will Ospreay would be my AEW poster boy. He'd be the champion. He'd be on talk shows. He'd be out in the public with that belt, repping this country. He'd be on every poster. He would be the highlight of the show. He'd be the star of the stars, but not the case. He's kind of, I hope he is not getting pulled into the Jericho vortex. I really don't want to see that in any way, shape, or form. Boston, welcome back. Let's go. Mega, we got you. Wrestling Proud, I see ya. Ian, chanting for some Harley. Remember, another thing, hashtag we want Harley. Harley actually gave the channel some love today on some of the call-outs, so big shout out to Harley. We got to work on getting her on this channel, but we've been big advocates of Harley, so nice to see her tonight. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully it's a good match. Hopefully she can get a W. She has been supplanted in the TBS title picture by Mumu. I know someone's going to correct me. I know the right answer. It's Mumu to me. Bradley, how you doing? Welcome back. Cherokee George, good to see ya. Evening all, just paid taxes. Oh, that's always fun. Picks, Cassidy, Ospreay, Cameron, Undisputed Kingdom, upset. Not really an upset, is it? MJF latest whining. Yes, so we will hear from MJF tonight. As I mentioned, Adam Page is in action against TBD. I say never bet on TBD. I bet on TBD tonight, unless it somehow ties into MJF. I don't know. Too loud. Well, turn it down. Sapphic, good to see you. Welcome back. Rest in peace to Michelle. I don't want to botch her last name, but Trachtenberg. She passed on very young. Eric Isaac got you already. I wonder if TK watched NXT last night and the crowd chanting Tony fumbles. So I'll put it out to the chat. The fans are chanting Tony fumbled. Do you think, I think it was spiteful out there that had to run to the defense of AEW as they always do. We spoke to some people. They don't care. Sticks and stones. They said sticks and stones. Whatever. I mean, again, it is what it is. Whether it registers across the board or not, it's not the best of looks. And if it went the other way, if somebody from WWE all of a sudden felt like an absolute superstar in AEW programming, I think a lot of people would have something to say about that. But at the end of the day, again, I mean, he looked great yesterday. Ricky Starks looked great. There's no way to around it. He wasn't put on the bench for not being good at his job. This is a guy that probably could have helped his job. Ian, welcome back. Good to see Proud. Got you. Vance, welcome back. Ian, good to see you. Sapphic, got you. Let's go. Hashtag WFU. See money on that ride as well. The Chomp is here. Get your knee pads. So, MDB, you've been champ for a little bit now. Had the title. Polished it up real nice. It will be on the line this Saturday, Elimination Chamber. So, folks, be there on Saturday. Knock MDB off the screen, and you get your name up on the screen if you become the new predictions champion. So, Wrestling Proud's with it. Let's go. MDB feeling it. I salute you, my tribal chief. There you go, MDB. Shout out, buddy. I'll do that on Instagram. Mega, good choice. I appreciate it. Jerome, Y2J, starting my nerves early. The wrestling god. Welcome. Good to see you, sir. Harley Cameron, can you put your glasses wherever you want, by the way? I got you. Were they're part of the IWC before. I mean, again, it's a fictitious kind of organization. It was to kind of cover the whole wrestling community, right? Pull everybody together. And once upon a time, probably a great idea. For me, the people that represent the IWC, whether it's the people reporting on the wrestling news or the fans that are just can't help but be toxic, we are breaking away from it. We are the iceberg that's floating off. The WFU has been born, and we are the new wrestling community. This will be the new wrestling community. We are denouncing the IWC, and we're moving on. Will they, Mr. Noob, welcome back. Will they put pockets in the main event again? I say yes for post-match shenanigans. I really hope not. I really hope not. I don't see why, but he's fighting Takeshita. Probably gets the win, maybe. It'd be weird if he got the win, actually, now that I think about it. So he loses, they jump him, and then Kenny comes out to help. Like last week, I was critical last week at the idea that you're doing big things in the overrun. I mean, it's not an additional segment. You shouldn't be going to commercial 1 minute before the end of the hour or the end of the show. You should be running through into that run over. And it should matter. I mean, you had Kenny there. You could have done something more, but that's just me being picky. We need a new IC champ tonight. We'll see. I mean, again, none of the titles have felt overly like at risk, at stake, or exciting. So we'll see how it goes. Kid Revo's back with us. I'm ready for AEW to waste another 2 hours of my night with my favorite group. We're hoping it's not a waste, kid. We're hoping it's not a waste. But as we always say, the wrestling might suck. We never do, and we're looking forward to this one, as always, with Wednesday. We're hoping that it's a good one. Last week was not a good one. AEW Dynamite's been pretty good in 2025, but last week struggled. Kind of proved me wrong. The wrestling god, I like it. For life. WFU for life. Someone pointed out on Twitter, we almost have a phone number ready. There you go, Mega. It's now in the group. I like it. Just had a big, good. Thank you for sharing. Will Ospreay not being AEW champion by now shows how badly Tony is building a star. I don't get it. And it's not even the fact that he's not the champion by now, but you're not in like relevant shit. And I love Will Ospreay Fletcher. Don't get me wrong. But the Callis thing is like an anchor, and it's holding this man down. You got Moxley running around with the belt in a suitcase, and he's not working. It's not working. He's not hijacking the company. He's not running amok on the shows. The Young Bucks caused a bigger issue when they were hijacking the company than Moxley is. Moxley is all talk, no deliver. And I think a lot of the fan base isn't interested in Moxley as champion. And there you have Will Ospreay stuck with Don Callis in the middle of the card. Again, what are you waiting for? The guy is the heart and soul of this company. It's not MJF anymore. It's not Kenny Omega. It's Will Ospreay, the guy with the balls to come out and shoot at Triple H, the guy that comes out and cuts a promo from his toes. Like he feels everything he gives us. So why would we not want this guy as our champion? Why would we not have the strap on this guy's shoulder and line up a bunch of people to take him on, one after the other, and let him have a nice, solid, long title run? Make that title relevant. Make that title respectable. Make that title mean something. But you don't. You got good talent in the wrong places. You got wrestlers like Harley getting over, but Mumu gets a title shot. No build, no storyline, no rhyme or reason other than she won a match or won a tournament. I don't know, both. But how does it help AEW's business? As an AEW fan, I want to know, what am I going to do more of because you're booking Mumu? As the show starts, folks, I got pyro. If you want to sync up with me, I got a crowd shot right now. San Diego, California. We go live. Get in that chat, folks. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Hit all those buttons. Harley, please come to the channel. We're working on it. Go tag her and tell her. I have an ambulance. And I have an edge. Okay, we got Edge and an ambulance backing up. Are we going to get Moxley Edge? Oh, wow. AEW's commentary is standing up. I wonder who started doing that recently. Anybody? Anybody? Sean, good to see you. The only person that actually has been trying go out and promote the brand as champion as was Swerve. Swerve was a great champion. Swerve is relevant. Swerve should be Jey Uso. Swerve should be AEW's Jey Uso. That every time Swerve comes out, the crowd goes wild. But you played around with him being a tweener. So some fans cheered for him. Some fans booed him. He lost. He got caught up in hardcore matches. They've added Brian Cage, Lance Archer against the Outrunners. But yeah, Swerve is great. And if you had some type of rivalry between Swerve and Ospreay, Swerve and Kenny, I mean, what Swerve's doing with Ricochet helps Ricochet. Her name is Mumu, and that's that. That's the way it is. What's up, Daryl? How you doing? Harley Cameron, yes, she is. Daryl, welcome back. I'm here. I'm going to try and give this another chance, only because work is slow, and it cut hours. Paul, welcome back. Earlier today, MJF. Is this the MJF appearance we're getting tonight? Spiteful, fightful, backs, shitful. More like Tony made a huge mistake. A lot of people will view it that way. A lot of people are going to try and defend it, but it looks like AEW could use a Ricky Starks right now. Could they not? Another guy that connects with the crowd, that has charisma, that has energy, that can wrestle. AEW would love that guy. Why were you not using him? So I got MJF at the doctor's, the chiropractor. I don't know where he is, but it's loud. It's actually making it hard to hear what he's saying. Okay. More like Tony catch. Tony can't catch. I see what you did there. Paul, good to see you. Loud my ass up. Tony cares. If you ever listen to Conan, he talks about how petty Tony is. Yeah, and we've seen the pettiness as we got another arrival. Oh, you can't put horns. He put a horn on a hybrid as he walks by Cope's ambulance, but Adam Page is in the house. Every cowboy out there just cringed at the idea that this guy's trying to be a cowboy. Crybaby Fightful. Yeah, they're crazy. And like just apologists. Well, we instantly spoke to somebody. We called Tony and he said, no. Whatever. Even if he doesn't care. It almost makes him a worse boss, a worse manager for not caring. But here comes Adam Hangman Page. I'm ready to defend. I'm walking into WrestleMania 41 as the champ. Let's go. Let's go. AEW brought me back to wrestling as Vince chased me off. I fought them at first, but I saw the billionaire Vinceisms creeping in before most. I quit after CM Punk. Kid, very similar story for me. I started doing all the YouTube and Instagram stuff because I wanted to defend. Aaron Solo's still in the company. Holy shit. And Page kicks him in the face. All right, folks, I'll put a poll up. I don't think I'm going to get much time, but we are getting the match between Adam Page and Aaron Solo. Who knew Solo was still in the company? That's insane. All right. Tell me why Adam Page is winning. That will be good. Exactly what I went through, Kid Rivos. Tony Khan, AEW brought me back to wrestling. It's why I started doing this, but I have to call it the way it is. And as much as I was a huge fan of AEW and still am, big clothesline, I can't ignore the fact that as a fan, they're disappointing me a lot. Right? Buckshot lariat. All right. As that ends at 100%. Aaron Solo didn't even get the obligatory just for fun vote. Yo, we thinking anything decent tonight? Jules, it could be. I mean, Hangman Page, I told you, Hangman Page was my AEW MVP in 2024. Hangman Page is one of the better characters, one of the better guys in AEW as he gets set to take on MJF at Revolution. All right, how do you feel about it? Let me know, folks. Who do you think will win the women's elimination chamber match? Alan, welcome back. We will tell you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are here for the elimination preview and predictions. So make sure you show up for that, and I'll tell you then. Yeah, we got Stoner Jesus and God. We just need Moses. Let's go. Holy Moses. Holy Mother of Moses. Hangman taking a seat. I am not the IWC, damn it. No. You were repping hard, though. We have KO to MDB there. Let's go. Hashtag Deanna Prazo should win tonight versus Harley Cameron. You're not necessarily wrong. I feel bad for Deanna. Deanna came out of TNA as one of the hottest, best talents in all of women's wrestling worldwide. And she has been reduced to nothing. Spaz, good to see him. We got the music. We got the scarf. Well, Kiggy, my Jiggy, big love to the chat. My day was weird. Good to see y'all branding my show under the WFU banner. It's not a phase, Mom. God. As we got MJF with a bloody cloth. Looks like someone spilled some jam on it. But let's go. Welcome to the WFU Spaz. Let's go. Does anyone think that Tony Khan will address the botch match? No. I mean, how could he? Somebody might bring it up in an interview and he'll play it off like things happen. AEW needs to just release Thunder Rosa. I love Thunder Rosa. I would love to see her do more and be elsewhere and be relevant. What was the point of doing the MJF pre-tape if we were going to bring him out minutes later? Anybody? I was saying the same thing, Michael. Jose, shout out. Paul got you. KJ got high hopes. He got high hopes. Let's get down to the bottom. I'm here for Deanna. Let's go. Aaron Solo is a good jobber. Aaron Solo is crazy that he's still in the company. Little Miss Bliss. Maybe. Hangman is a monster, bad mood. He will use Solo as 100%. And that was well done. But I don't like doing an MJF package, like a pre-tape, do a Hangman match, and then do MJF again. Do one or the other. MJF talking in riddles as he walks off. Oh, look at this. He took out Daniel. Christopher Daniels is down and out in the back. That explains the bloody towel. But none of the fans are even reacting in the building because we don't care about Christopher Daniel. Christopher Cox, good to see ya. Let's go. What's good, TJ Hook? He's removing the tattoo. Yeah, right. Is he having the AW? Nah, right? Just scraping it off. Paige going to the back with a chair. Where did he go? The costumes are cute. So we found Christopher Daniels. Nobody helping Christopher Daniels, by the way. No ref. Even Adam Page says, get over here. Why is nobody there? Tattoo removal. Adam, good to see you. Yes, they did. Camarado, Solo. I don't. Shout out, Jim. Hangman. Yeah, Hangman definitely won. WWE 2K25 Universe mode. I'm going to take over storyline and faction. With my created character, Andrade, Kevin Owens, and Tommaso Ciampa. Okay. Okay, Byron, welcome, welcome, welcome. Anybody else find it odd Fightful had zero reporting on the Thunder Rosa botch, but finds the time to make a call about the NXT chant? Yes. Yeah, right? Again, this is why we don't want, we're trying to separate ourselves. And we tell you all the time, be very careful where you get your news. Be very careful where you get your sources. As I got Kyle Fletcher and the Callis family up in a box. Decent reaction for Fletcher, though. Yeah, what was the point of the pre-tape? He just came out and said more shit. Any update on Britt Baker or Camille? Yeah, the pre-tape was a waste of time, even if he is getting the tattoo removed, which, again, not necessary. Not necessary. Big Nick in the house, can't stay away. Yeah, no, there was no point. It was silly. Do one or the other. So we're getting a replay of Jericho and Bandido. What I noticed they're not replaying is the please retire chants as Jericho beats poor Bandido. People talk about wrestlers getting buried. How about that one? Speaking of assholes. Yeah. Didn't Paige break Daniel's spine? Apparently they forgot that. Yeah, not one person checking on. Like when Hangman gets there, you should have people around Daniels creating angst, creating that, oh my God, what happened? What happened? Nobody goes to attend to one of the executives bleeding as Don Callis leaving Jericho's room. So two of the biggest dicks in all of wrestling, Don Callis and Chris Jericho side by side. No, nobody helping this man. They're like, fuck him. Let him bleed. Let him bleed. Yeah, no, I mean, because there's mutual respect because not too long ago, Adam Page basically retired him. Jericho loves to bury talent. Oh, it just kills it. Just buries them completely. Bandido losing to Jericho in 2025 sucks. Sucks. As Davis heading out. All right. Was Jericho versus Bandido that good? Classic? Yeah, people loved it. People don't realize if you've watched Bandido matches, you realize how good Bandido is. So you realize how slow Bandido is going so that Chris doesn't get left behind. But holy shit, here comes Will Ospreay. As somehow this is going to tie into the Callis family, and it makes my head hurt. The learning tree. As we are 88 likes, folks, make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you hit that like button. I'd like to see 100 likes at least on this stream here tonight. But who you taking? Who you taking? Are you taking Ospreay or Bounty or nobody? Let's go nobody. How do we feel? How do we feel? Jericho and Callis, put them together. Might as well put all the shit in one basket. As Ospreay getting the crowd on their feet. And again, the man that should be the absolute poster child for this company. But now he's fucking with Jericho. He's fucking with Callis. Really? Really? Are we that fragile as a company that we're afraid to push people? Listen to the crowd. Jon Moxley hasn't generated that much noise from a crowd in over a year. Boos or otherwise. Right now, Ospreay, fans loving him. They love singing his song. Or at least chanting the Ospreay. But here we are. Butterfly, yeah. Butterfly kisses. Let's go. Yo, what the fuck? Let's go. Let's go. They actually gave Keith his own entrance. He didn't come out to that learning tree shit. AEW going heavy in their big stars early tonight. Feels like it. Makes you nervous about the second hour. What are your thoughts on Josh Alexander potentially signing with AEW? Surprised. Kyle, if it comes true that Josh goes to AEW, I would be surprised just because to me, Josh and AEW don't really mesh well stylistically, in my humble opinion. It's just, again, could you put him in the ring with a Shelton Benjamin nowadays? Yeah, that'd be fun. There's a couple other bigger guys, strong guys that maybe, but again, I'd be surprised. I really would. Learning tree with Callis. Tony clearly hates KJ. Yeah, I feel like Tony Khan is fucking with me. Straight up, not messing around. I feel like Tony Khan is playing with my emotions. Doubling down. Callis with the learning tree. You want Jericho promo is getting better. I gave Jericho a compliment last week because I did say it was more serious, more to the point. He was a little fluffier tonight. I didn't love it, and his match sucked, so that hurts. Ospreay, 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 Ospreay. Chris Jericho is a legend in the business. It's just such a shame. His AEW run overall has been garbage at the cost of talent like Ricky Starks. Jericho is a legend. Jericho should be a Hall of Famer. One day he might be a Hall of Famer. However, Jericho allowed his relationship with Tony Khan, the money, the power, the positioning to change him. He's become ultimately delusional. He believes his own hype. He thinks his shit doesn't stink. He thinks he's this wrestling god. Sorry to steal it from the chat. But, I mean, again, Jericho pumps his own tires harder than anybody out there. There is nobody out there that is a bigger fan of Jericho than Jericho. And he wants to play it off. Oh, yeah, like the "we retired" chants. No big deal. I turned it into a story. Oh, I don't put my... Yeah, we know you call the shots on your booking, Jericho. This idea that Tony just comes to me and says, yeah, Tony just so happens to match you up with every single person that gets hot in the company. What are the odds? What are the odds? You don't have anything. Oh, I might suggest. Yeah, we know what your suggestions mean. But all that being said, 80%, I'm surprised it's not higher. 80% going Ospreay, 6 going Bounty, and 14 to nobody. So every big chunk of people expecting a jumping. Right to the throat goes Bounty Hunter, though. Nice. I like it. I like it. Will Ospreay for the win. Oh, my God. KJ Jericho promo is getting better. No. Will Ospreay for the win. I get 0 facts about this guy. Spoiler, Ospreay does the same floppy shit, takes a couple big moves, kicks out, no sells, wins. Jason, welcome, Jason. Richard, good to see ya. Cat, good to see ya. Why is Ospreay in a program with lower mid-card? A great question. People out there getting mad that, oh my God, can you believe Penta did a main event match? Can you believe Will Ospreay's in the lower end of your card? Be fair. Use the same measuring stick for everything, folks. Where's Moxley? Who cares? Ospreay for the win. Ospreay, love the music. What is? I don't know what a bounty match is. Did they explain? Anybody got the answer? What time is Elimination Chamber predictions? We will be live at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Andy, which match are you looking forward to at WrestleMania this year? Mine, Tiffany, and Charlotte. Andy, I'll be honest with you. I can't answer that clearly right now because there's very little announced. I think Tiffy and Charlotte's going to cook. I think Tiffy could have a career. She's had good moments, big moments, that's kind of put her on the right path. Tiff for Charlotte could be something special for women's wrestling. It could be real huge for her career. But ultimately, I'll let you know as we know more. Ospreay to the outside, grabbing his leg. Brian Keith is a rare 2 first names Yeah, right. 2 last names that are all. I see there. What did Jose say? Yeah, we got that. That is true. That's funny as shit. Ospreay will never represent the AEW company until King Kongs like Jericho and Edge are gone from the Empire State Building. It's a sad thing, George. And I think ultimately we talk about the inner politics of AEW, like all the issues with Punk. If Tony had chosen Punk over the Bucks, the AEW might be better off. If he had put his foot down and booked somebody like Malachi Black or Ricky Starks, better. AEW might be better off. If Mercedes Moné wasn't the star of your women's division, even though I mean I'll give Tony a lot of credit. Tony Storm is literally one of the best female talents in the entire world in any company, but Sasha in such a prominent role doesn't help. And then when you give Sasha matches like Mumu, you're hurting your company. You have internal stars in your company like a Harley Cameron, like a Deonna Purrazzo, like a Taya. Why, like, if I were one of those women, I'd be furious that at Revolution, Momo's going to get the match. Right? Like, think about it. Think about it. What if Rhea Ripley was going to fight, pick a name, you know, was going to fight Ariana Grace at WrestleMania just because a tournament? People would lose their fucking mind. But here we go into Revolution, one of the biggest pay-per-views for AEW, and your mid-card women's title is now being defended in a match nobody cares about. Is anybody out there excited for Mercedes Moné versus Mumu? I'll wait. Now Brian Keith got a camel clutch on Ospreay. And Tony Schiavone says, look at that. What, didn't know what to call it? People forget Jericho had a role in MJF turning babyface when he didn't want to. Jericho has been putting people in the vortex up. He heard MJF. He buried it. Like, he held MJF back for a year. He killed Eddie Kingston. Poor Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston was never the same again. Ricky Starks got jacked and is now looking better on another company. There is a long list, right? Santana Ortiz, FTR, involved in that whole storyline once upon a time, did nothing. Nobody has come out of it better. Action Andrade, he put him over, KJ. No, he gave him a pin and then set him on fire and then buried that kid. We never saw him again. Last time I saw him, he was in a big blow-up jacket like Missy Elliott. Oh, my God. Bounty laying a beating on Ospreay right now. The Bounty Hunter he's unbelievable. Damian, we were pumped that he signed with AEW. He really caught fire on the indies. We were a big fan. It was very disappointing that he's in the learning tree, and everyone that is in a faction with Jericho is all used just to make Jericho look amazing. That's all it is. Ospreay being used to elevate guys when he should be elevated. But you're not, and I think part of that problem, Richard, as big move, little sloppy on the dismount, but I don't care. Ospreay getting the crowd up. Bounty coming in, throwing punches. Ospreay with the rights. Down goes Bounty Hunter. The problem is when you say he's elevating guys, he's going to have a really good match with Bounty Hunter or Brian Keith, and then he's going to go away. It's not like it's elevating anybody because they just go away. 2. A bounty match is a quicker picker-upper. I like it. And nobody explained. Right now, it's been a normal match. And I will give these two men credit. Good match. And the majority of this match, almost all of this match, in the ring. A bounty match is when you... Ospreay up and over. Eats a kick. Crowd's gone really quiet. Can you tell me, KJ, why we wasted TV time with a Hangman in the ring with a nobody? Wrestle Rants, I'm okay with Hangman getting the squash match. I'm okay with him getting, coming out, dominating, running over somebody. I'm thrilled. It's good. You build up the angle. I don't think you needed 2 MJF segments. And this idea that MJF is getting his tattoo removed, why? It didn't add anything to me. So what? As Ospreay looking up to the Callis family. There you go, Chris. See you then. I really fear that they're going to give Mox a Roman Reigns like run. Ooh, I'm terrified, kid, if that's the case. I'm starting to understand the difference being used and being booked well. Why is Brian Keith and Big Bill still with Jericho? Because they believe that Jericho's making them better. They believe that Jericho's helping their careers. They believe it's good shit. And it's not. I accidentally picked the bounty hunter and I have fat. It happens, my guy. We won't hold you to it, noob. A real bounty match. Let's go. This is awesome, Chance Breakout. Ospreay is going to be a top star this year if he gets a decent push. A feud with the Don Callis family isn't that push. It just feels like it's been the same thing since he got to the company. One of the biggest criticisms I hear about wrestling and certain companies' wrestling in particular is, they repeat too much. Oh, they're running back. They're repeating it again. Oh, Cody and Solo again. Well, Ospreay's been fighting Callis for over a year and a half. Hidden blade for the 3. Count him, Aubrey. Down goes the bounty hunter. People think Tiffany is right. Now she is floundering. She is not good at her promo. She is not good as champion yet. Paul, I would completely emphatically disagree with you. She's completely dialed into her character. Her promos are completely fine. She's going to show up and show out at WrestleMania. So hang on tight, but Tiff's been good. I was very critical of Tiffany earlier in her career. She's come a long way, and there's no reason why she shouldn't be champion right now. Braun Breaker rumored for a multi-man match. Again, that's another made-up thing from the internet. It could happen. As Ospreay's going out in the crowd. Where's he going? We know where he's going. Fletcher charging down. We got to fight. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Richard. Christian isn't as over as he once was. When Christian started doing the dad stuff, remember it was everywhere on the internet. People were memeing it, and it was really like, oh my God. Another example, Christian got something over, right? This heel thing where he was just shitting on people's dads, dead dads. It was working. Now we're all these months removed. If you give Christian the belt now, well, why are you giving it to him when he's cold? Like, I don't know if Tony Khan plays the stock market at all, but he's buying shit on the way down and he's selling it on the way up. I don't get it. And I think I said that backwards, but I still don't get it. Bounty, the quicker kicker outer. As we go back to Toni Storm winning her belt and then getting beat up last Saturday. This rivalry is great. This rivalry between Mariah and Storm is great. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? Dead Dad Club over here. Let's go. So we have 3 PLEs scheduled in Saudi for 2026, starting with Rumble. Perhaps. Yes. The rumor is Rumble's going there, and then we usually get the ones in the fall. So could be definitely the case. As I get rid of the spam bots who love us so much. Goodbye. So long. Yeah, it's gone. It's really slowing down. Are we doing the next Maple Leaf Pro? Stay tuned for that. Actually, Damien, stay tuned. We're not positive yet, but yeah, we want to do something with it. As they start announcing more and more matches, I believe March 15th and 16th or 14th, 15th, whatever the Saturday, Sunday is that week. I'd like to see Penta versus Dragunov. Remember, Dragunov's been out. A lot of people are forgetting about Dragunov. He will be back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to. Yeah, I don't get how they do stuff on this show sometimes. So they gave us a replay of what's happened. Oh, okay, I see what they're doing now. Okay. Man, it confuses me. But we got a package, I believe, for Revolution. Excalibur gave his mask fake blonde hair. I'm dead. I didn't even see it, MDV. I got to look now. The Lucha from Michigan. There's a 7-hour video on YouTube featuring Storm versus May. Okay. Outrunner gonna lose, aren't they? I really hope not. I mean, again, another example of guys. The minute you start getting that crowd reaction, Richard, and you see your fans losing their mind for somebody, book them more. Not the Outrunners. They get over, they're on Ring of Honor. They get over more, they're on Collision. They get over more. Again, I don't know what is the merit system in AEW? What do you have to do to get more booking? To me, it's very Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Very Vincent McMahon. It is. Like, I know people don't like me saying that, but if people are getting over, book them. And Tony treats everybody like they're Sandow. I don't care that they're cheering for you. Ospreay versus Jericho, all in. Can't wait. Better not be. Tony McCon. We are in commercial break. I will take a second to remind everybody out there, we are back at this tomorrow night, our preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber. Then Saturday, don't forget, we are here for the actual chamber. We go live 6 p.m. Eastern time. We know when we start. We don't know when we're going to finish. It's going to be a crazy night. Lots going on. 2 chamber matches, stacked pay-per-view. It's going to be a lot of fun as we hit our final stop before WrestleMania. The week after that is AEW Revolution on the Sunday. We're going to be here live for that. We have WWE going over to Europe. Some of their shows are going to be in the afternoon. Some of them are going to be live thanks to their relationship with Netflix. So we will be here live early on those days. We have so much content coming your way. We're working on more. So be a friend, tell a friend. Remember, hashtag WFU. We want to grow this community. We want to be the revolution. We want to be the counter to the IWC. Enough of the belly aching, enough of the hate watching. Critique it all you want. But if you're going to show up angry, pre-angry, you're wasting our time. Keep it simple, stupid. Jose, I love it. You probably have to drop trousers to get booked. Man, speculation, Tony. But what do you got to do? What do you have to do? I wonder what's next. MDB, I met Jordan Grace. Shout out Ken. You mean Ospreay versus Miles Bourne? Too funny. As we are coming back out, Tony Kent. As we're coming back out of commercial, getting a replay of fucking Momo. I don't care, Tony. She doesn't work for your company. Like, Tiffany Stratton's going to defend the title against Ash by Elegance at WrestleMania. Doesn't fucking make sense. Tony Funball, a Momo package. I don't give a fuck about this. Do we need this rematch? We don't need this at all. We don't care. This is not helping AEW. The people that you employ to work in AEW that us fans cheer for, and Sasha Banks is on TV. Momo, Mumu. Again, this is where we hurt the company. Because if you were to run back Harley Mercedes and you have all the way to Revolution to build, Billy Starks? So Mercedes is a dick to Billy. Is that Billy? That's Billy, right? Mumu, Moose. But help me understand, guys. Like, how does it help AEW to have Mercedes fight Mumu? Yeah. Mumu's here. I don't care. Yeah. Oh, there you go, MDB. There you go. Can you make it a repeat? Momo. Mumu wants the title. And I say she can have it and take Mercedes with her. It's horrible, MDB. It's fucking atrocious. But here comes the Outrunners. Yeah, just ran away. Oh, that's what a lot of the heels do, unfortunately. But let's be real, folks. I want you guys to tell me, is anyone out there like, yes, finally, Mercedes Moné versus Mumu? Anybody? 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 As now we are getting a package on the Outrunners. Yeah, that's actually accurate, 316. Good to see ya. Mumu thinks she's Sting now, right? Yep. And you brought in poor Billy Starks just to get a cup knocked into her face. Yeah, Athena is better than Mercedes. I would agree with that. But now we're getting clips of the Outrunners in the Omaha dressing room. Again, another example. The Outrunners are hot. The fans want to cheer for the Outrunners. Tony doesn't book the Outrunners. The people are going to say, well, KJ, they're right in front of you right now. One time. Where are the grizzled young vets? Where are they? But here comes Cage and Archer. And I'm putting my money on Cage and Archer. The murder machine. Mean machine. Mean machine. These two men are undefeated in the two matches they've had as a tag team. GYV should have stayed in TNA. Fact. GYV were on the Indies over the weekend. I heard. Yes. Fact. They were also recently on Ring of Honor. Yeah, I don't get it. But here we go. Here we go. Love the Outrunners. A lot of us do. We're big advocates on this channel of the Outrunners. The Outrunners are solid. The Outrunners are over. They have a great vibe, a great feel. The fans cheer for them. The fans want to get behind them. We want the Outrunners. Like, I mean, again, they are solid. Use them on your programming. Yeah. Maybe Billy getting the drink in her face brings in Athena. Yeah, I mean, I would rather see Athena Mercedes, Timmy, than Mercedes Mumu. Archer up and over to the outside. Brian Cage on the outside already. And the Outrunners get the crowd showing charisma, selling to the crowd. Holy shit, you can do it. Murder Machine yanking both men out. Double clothesline, or clotheslines in stereo. Murder Machine, Murder Machine. That is true about the Outrunners at Uno. Outrunners. KJ rumor that Nikki versus Chelsea. Meh. I don't care for Nikki. I don't want Nikki to come back. I don't want to see Nikki have another run. I didn't like her last runs. Pause. I don't like anything about Nikki. Nikki can stay retired. How can you not like the Outrunners? How could you not? They're amazing. They should be on the show every week. That's the type of thing that people pay money for. That's the type of thing that people tune in for. Oh, we can't wait to see the Outrunners. But we know we're not going to see them. Outrunners for the win. Murder Machine for the win. Have only fought jobbers. Yep. I miss Guitar Hero Lance Archer. As we are in pitcher, and the fight is on the outside of the ring. We mess with all heavy Outrunners. We do. We got nothing but love. Murder Machines are the next challengers for the Hurt Syndicate. I don't see them losing. I'm with you, Damian. And again, been a little bit quiet since they got those tag titles. The Outrunners seem like a bros bro. Facts. You guys need to get the Outrunners on the show. We're working on that one. We've had conversation, Ian, but we'll see. It's sometimes tricky for the little guys to lock down some of the bigger guys, if you get what I mean. So glad MCMG didn't sign with AEW. James and KC, welcome back. James Drake from GYV got hurt. I guess he's messed up his ankle. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. Chelsea Green is a big fan of Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Shout out Chelsea. Fellow Canadian. Gotta love her. Outrunners work in the crowd. More teams in AEW need to do that. That is the one thing. That is, like, again, the overall arching thing, Richard, is that you have this great opportunity and you have the Harley Camerons. I don't want to beat the drum to death, right? Because I know Harley has work to do. She's not perfect. She's not Mildred Burke, right? But again, you had, even when you go back, you had Dalton Castle there that had a lot of charisma. The fans were, he was over with the fans. You had other talent come in that was over with the fans. You had Wardlow sitting on top of that cage, the entire building on their feet, losing their mind for Wardlow. And they all go away. It's okay to run guys down the ramp and have a good match. But if they don't have any personality, if they don't have any charisma, I'm sorry. Kyle O'Reilly is a wet noodle. A lot of people can do kicks and flips and tricks. But God, like, again, generic wrestler number one, generic wrestler number two. If you want to have stars, they got to have personality. Like I've been saying about Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay's up here. He's all piss and vinegar. He's all energy. He kind of calls it the way he feels it. But you don't book him, or you don't book him prominently enough. You have him still with this. Like, hopefully after this Fletcher match at Revolution, we can move on. Athena's been trapped in TNA, in Ring of Honor. She is about, I don't know, she's been the champion for 2 years, a year and a half. Tell the Outrunners they need Billy Gunn for their manager. Sweet. As Archer tagging Cajun. Give me Monet versus Athena anytime. I'd accept that. Unfortunately, I think that my Murder Machines are winning this match, guys. I kind of think that too, Wesley. The Outrunners have the Miami Heat Vice jersey colorway. I like it. 100%. That 80s vibe, that Saved by the Bell vibe. With Zach Morris feels. Thank you, MDB. I knew you would. Listen, it is what it is. She did what she did at a time where wrestling was in a different place. Nikki Bella coming back doesn't help anybody. It doesn't. She's not a great wrestler. She's only going to take up TV time from somebody with real talent. Good God. Good Lord. When was the last time Brian Cage and Archer won a match? They're undefeated as a tag team, Keyshawn. Turbo Floyd. Throwing at both men. On a random note, I'm a big fan of Queen Aminata. Another lady who's super talented. Like, if she was somehow in the mix for the TBS title, great. But Camille and Mercedes beat her, and she went away. Where is she now? Poof. Poof. People are hoping for Julia Hart and Sky Blue, but they don't save the division because what the payoff is, Sky Blue can't cut a promo. She's a pretty good wrestler. We all love Julia Hart, but to save the division, I don't know. Wasn't Archer with the Righteous? Yeah, kind of the same way that Elias was with the Righteous. Another tag team The Righteous on weekly television would kill. Fucking kill. The Righteous being down in Ring of Honor and not being used on your TV shows is a fucking travesty. Like the Righteous, if you had Vincent out there doing the snap, the crowd would eat that shit up. 3MB reunion, let's go. They need a tag team title run. Well, again, I don't think you're going to get the tag team titles off the Hurt Business anytime soon. Someone confronts Sasha. Billy Starks is finally on Dynamite. We watched her in GCW on this channel. Yeah, I mean, I've talked to Billy. She's a nice young lady. We wondered when she would get an opportunity. They made a big deal about her signing, I guess, 2023, late 2023 she signed. So, yeah, Billy Stark's got a lot of talent. Young. In the ring, the choke slam. They almost missed it. 2 count, 2 count, 2 count. Odd theory. Tony wants a belt that he can parade around in New Japan. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Murder Machine got a match coming up against the Hurt Syndicate. So TK has booked to where they have to win this match. Yes. And I feel bad because I like Lance Archer a lot. I'm not a big Brian Cage fan. But wait a minute. Speaking of the Hurt Business, no way. And Turbo gets the roll up. It makes no sense. The Outrunners get the win. Let's go. Let's go. 100 likes even. Right on the button. So the big heel tag team, undefeated as a tag team, get rolled up because of the distraction. Fine. But it confuses the scenario to me. But yeah, there you go. The Outrunners get the dub, folks. And now we go to the Death Riders. And Cope, he didn't mess up his ankle. It was a work. Thank you, MDB. When do we see the Bucks return? They no longer are in New Japan Tag Champs. Revolution. I'm guessing. GYV are the Jericho Cruise Tag Team Champions. Great for their career. She's not Harley Race. I laugh my ass off. Facts. I'm going to predict we get Chelsea versus Natty on Friday. That could happen in Canada. Okay. People I talked to are saying Brie is coming back at SummerSlam. But why? And isn't like Bryan Danielson and Tony like best friends, and Bryan's still being paid by Tony just to be a friend? I don't know. But why? Again, I like Brie more than I like Nikki. But why? 2 years. There you go. 2 years. Spaz with the $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Even for me, Outrunners aren't my thing per se, but I can see they are the thing for a lot of people. Props. On the other hand, Sasha was bad back with WWE production, but Monet makes me miss her. I got Claudio's face on my screen talking shit. As ladies and gentlemen, we go to commercial break. I'm getting a commercial for Last Breath with Woody Harrelson. This based on the people that went down in the Titanic thing? Anyway, no, we appreciate it, Spaz. Monet has not been good in AEW. And a big part of that is like, I think what Tony Khan is missing or doesn't seem to understand is an athlete like Harley Cameron helps get Sasha over. It's like when The Rock was heel Rock picking on Mick Foley. We all loved Mick Foley in kind of that Harley Cameron way, even had his own puppet. But when The Rock is smashing with chairs, we're booing. We're mad. Why do you keep hitting him? Why do you keep hitting him? Why you got him handcuffed? That's what you could be working with a Harley or with a Deanna with somebody that we care about, it makes the heel good. But the problem is Mercedes is cutting these arrogant promos like Moxley. They're cutting promos like they're taking over the world. But then they're not on the show physically. They're not doing anything. Mercedes Moné versus Mumu at Revolution does nothing for Sasha. It does nothing for AEW. And I yet to see a fan in this chat say, you are wrong. I love them. Yeah, TJ. 7990 for an NXT, so just under 800,000 this week, up 110 from last week. 689. Hardys and Saints made a difference for sure, Just Joe. And we've noticed it on Tuesdays. We've watched more people get excited about NXT. I've seen more streamers actually cover NXT. Some out there weren't covering it. Now they're like, oh, I guess we should tune in. Yeah, I mean, they're doing well. They're doing well. Orange is super mellow man, and look how popular he is in contrast to Ospreay, and vinegar is all piss and vinegar. Doesn't work for me. But the thing is, Orange Cassidy isn't over the way he used to be anymore. And Ospreay, again, just like MJF. MJF was the hottest heel in arguably the entire business. But when he's coming out and spitting all that venom, and it doesn't lead to anything, you got a problem. And that's the hole. That's what you end up falling into, is Ospreay can come out and be the coolest guy, but if you're not giving him a big bad heel to overcome, if Ospreay was chasing Moxley right now, Moxley would feel completely different, right? And Orange Cassidy doing the exact same gimmick all this time with no change, no development, no kind of ebbs and flows. It only hurts OC. But now we're back, and I got Ricochet Swerve package. The crowd do not care at all about the Murder Machine. They don't. We've been trained not to. And them losing this match, people would be more excited if you had a heel Hurt Business and a babyface Outrunners. People would get excited at the idea the Outrunners could beat the Hurt Business. They don't, but they have a try. They really have a go at it. And the fans cheer for the good guys, boo the bad guys. It helps the bad guys get over, and it helps the baby faces get over. Simple booking, guys. Simple booking. Hassan, welcome. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I guess rated FTR as a trios isn't going to happen now. No. Cope is busy, and now we got Garcia. Did anybody remember that Garcia is the TNT champion? When was the last time he defended that? But here comes Swerve with Nana. Swerve legit should be the Jey Uso of this company. He should be coming out through the crowd, and everybody should be swerving with him. The oversaturated OC to where we're not excited to see him wrestle anymore. They had him wrestle every week in 2023. If you go in our archives, Richard, by the way, folks, this channel turns 3 years old. We're going to celebrate on Monday. We turned 3 years old on Sunday. But so it's our anniversary, our birthday. And if you go back in that archive, Richard, you will see Nick and I arguing the first time they booked Will Ospreay against Orange Cassidy. And I defended Orange Cassidy. It's a good booking. We're going to get a good match. And they killed it. They had a barn burner of a match. One of the top 10 matches of the year. But the thing is, OC's the same. It never really panned out. It didn't help elevate anything. But like you said, you see, he opened the show. How many shows in a row did Orange Cassidy open for AEW? Cesaro is a Bond villain. Yes. Cesaro feels better than Moxley. I'm never late. What's up, everyone? What's up, KJM Lion? Welcome. Better late than never. Timmy. We need Orange Cassidy heel turn. That'd be interesting. Remember he went to like the dark denim And he was like angry heel Cassidy, but it wasn't a heel turn. And the crowd's getting amped up, man. If your main event picture was Ospreay, Swerve, Kenny, Ricochet on a peripheral, like mid to upper, Adam Page, MJF, and they all kind of like, I hate doing this, but if you go to the other company and you got KO's in the mix, Drew's in the mix, Seth's in the mix, you have this core group that's at the top of the pyramid. If AEW had a core group like that, they get over and you could really, really push them. Swerve's great. I have nothing bad to say about Swerve. Rather see Amanda Nunes confront Marina Shafir. Let's go. The mystery machine is better name. Y'all have to give Nikki Bella another chance now that Vince is gone. Oh no, I don't know, my guy. I don't know. Either OC is Tony's secret lover. Tony dressed up as Orange Cassidy for Halloween. Friends forever. Daniel Garcia, they did the dance together on the stage. If Sammy Guevara went to his wedding, as long as you are Tony's friend, you're in. It's twisted nepotism. Ricochet is a mid-card still. Let him win a bigger title. If Ricochet could get his hands on like an international title, or like, what's the workhorse division in AEW? As Ricochet still has the coat on. Grab your shirt tightly. Don't say that. Don't you ever say that. Nikki Bella can kick rocks 100%. And again, I think for me, it's like her time has come and gone. I would rather see Roxy and Bird Lady and Ivy Nile, these up-and-comers, get booked more than I want to see Nikki Bella. Daniel Garcia had 3 title defenses in 100 days. Again, there is a hypocrisy in the IWC. That's why we're the WFU. That's why we try and call it the way we see it. There's a huge amount of hypocrisy, right? Shinsuke is barely being booked. Where's Danny? Where's Danny? As Ricochet flips around an Eagles hat. I'm never going to fight you, Swerve. Sammy Guevara looks like Spanish Michael Jackson. That's it, KJ. Just be Tony's friend and maybe he'll listen to you. Bro, if I could get the man's phone number and have a chat with him. Nah, when it comes to the creative, I mean, again, Jericho can lie all he wants to Chris Van Vliet. We all know that Jericho has his hand in the cookie jar. We all know that he's pulling strings. We all know that he's wedged heavily in Tony's rectum. Again, if you get close, I would love to be close to Tony Khan. I hear he's a super nice guy that likes to be generous. Hi. Sammy Guevara looks like Spanish Michael. Got that one. That promo was getting good. Ricochet, why you come out now? So the winner of Ricochet versus Swerve will be the #1 contender for the AEW World title. Fuck storylines. But it's okay. I mean, you give Ricochet a reason. The crowd booing him like sporadically. Hashtag Fly Eagles. Ricochet is getting heat though. Crowd is loud. Facts. And the heel turn for Ricochet, and the fact that he's not a great promo actually helps us hate him. Ricochet, Swerve Strickland, Revolution, #1 contendership on the line. It should be a really good match. We should be in for that one. Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a better promo than Ricochet. The segment doesn't. No, it doesn't. This is one of the better things we've got on the show tonight. Yeah, right. What has Jobber Chat done to deserve a title shot? Oh, Jobber Shay. Wesley, like it. Welcome to the chat, sir. He hasn't done anything. But if he beat Swerve, he had done something then. Nana's got to talk. Nana's turning on Swerve for Ricochet, folks. Ricochet needs Nana. Swerve doesn't need Nana. This is crazy. Really? Triple H is 100% correct not to give Rico a mic. Listen, I've been watching Lucha Underground, kind of going back and reliving it. Ricochet was great as Prince Puma. Barely spoke. Conan. Where's Conan? I understand why it's going to be a number one contenders match. That should go to MJF Hangman. MJF Hangman get overlooked. What about Will Ospreay and Fletcher? Why couldn't that be a number one contenders match? What does Will Ospreay have to do to get into the title picture? Nana is mad at Swerve. Nana gonna turn on Swerve, folks. You need to get my rope. Who cares about the number one contendership for the world title? I want my robe. And he walks off. Holy shit. I thought we were friends. I thought you were my boy. You just turned your back on me like that? Ricochet needs Nana. Swerve does not. That's my theory. MJF is gone. He left. And is it my imagination or has Hangman been working out? I feel like Hangman's traps are getting big. He's finding all the weight that Adam Cole's losing. Damn, Nana. Nana just did him like that. Yeah. Anybody agree with me? Ricochet needs Nana more than Swerve needs Nana? Speaking of Adam Cole, here comes the Undisputed Kingdom. Get away from my Callis family to put the title picture for Ospreay. Get away. Yeah, 100%, Chris. Like, what makes Swerve and Ricochet more deserving of a number one contenders match than MJF Adam Page or Will Ospreay Kyle Fletcher? What's the difference? Love the emotion. Nana, I'm okay with what Nana did. I truly think that Ricochet needs Nana more than Swerve does. Ricochet needs Samantha Irving as his mouthpiece with an over-the-top entrance. Timmy, not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Fighting to get the robe back. He's very upset about the robe. I mean, is it enough to break up a friendship, a partnership? Ricochet is going to lose to Swerve, and then Swerve is going to lose to whoever is champ. Yawn. We'll see. It's messy. It's messy. That's for sure. Swerve needs that dance, though. Yeah, but Swerve can. But here comes FTR. Swerve got his win back at get his win back at Revolution. That was good. I'll take it. I'm okay with that. That was probably one of the better segments so far. And here comes Dancing Danny. Hangman swoops are getting bigger, right? Does anyone else think that the mustache makes the entire Hangman character? I don't know. The bullhorns on the hybrid pickup kind of caught me. Memo to AEW talent. Watch Nana. That's how you do a promo. Just Joe, you're not wrong. Nana's a vet, man. Nana didn't wake up yesterday and just try and do this. Nana been around for a hot minute. Will is just going to fight the Callis family till his contract runs out. It's fucking crazy, Brian. It bothers me. And again, if you're tuning in thinking, wow, this guy's just negative about AEW. No, I really like Ospreay. I would really like Ospreay to do stuff that does not involve the Callis family. Right? If you told me we were going to get Swerve Ospreay #1 contenders match, whoo, good Lord. Well, we are off and running. I'll put a poll up even though I'm late to the party. But who wins this match, folks? UK or Danny TR? And based on what I saw with what Adam Cope did to Pac, I'm guessing Pac's going to be MIA for quite a while. This was a good segment until the last minute with Nana. That was weird. He made it about himself too much. Yeah, so here's my theory, Wrestling Rants. If you're going to make it like that, where it makes it about himself, then take the step and then make him turn. You know what? I had your back and you couldn't even get my robe back, so I'm going to go hang out with the guy that has my robe. He'll give it back. Screw you. I'll do it myself. Wait for it. The robe is cool. It's got legacy. Adam Page. I like Page. I'm sorry. Tony, I got to defend Hangman Page. Came out with nothing but intensity tonight. I actually think Hangman is carrying the storyline between him and MJF. MJF's not getting the reaction or the ooh from me the way Hangman is. UK for the win, Undisputed for the win, NXT, NXT. Oh, never mind. It's the weirdest thing because Adam Cole was such a big deal in NXT. The Undisputed Era dominated NXT. And now I'm not excited at all for Adam Cole. Let's go. $5 super chat. Honest question for you, KJ, and the chat. Was AEW ever actually good, or was it hope? Anticipation, benefit of the doubt. And a hell of a lot of it. There's a few things here, Spaz. Give me a second on it, but right now I got Roddy working over Dax in the corner. Dax turns it around. Chop. Here's the answer to this. In the beginning, there were some flaws with AEW, but it was so much more exciting than what Vince was giving us in WWE. It was like being in the desert, starving, and somebody gives you a cracker, right? It's the old Eddie Murphy joke of like, is this a saltine? That's a good cracker. Like, that's what it is. Like, when you're starving, anything tastes good. If you're dying of thirst, water might as well be wine. And I think when Tony came in, he was very much the Robin Hood of wrestling. He stole from the rich, which was the big bad corporate, even though Tony was rich, whatever. But at the end of the day, he was taking wrestlers that were never going to get a good opportunity under Vince's booking, as we got a melee fighting everywhere. But it was so easy for Tony to, like, oh my God, FTR's here. Oh my God, Adam Cole's here. Oh my God. It felt like every couple of weeks we were oh my Godding. And he was hot-shotting so much, it was hard not to be excited. I thought overall the shows were more consistent in the beginning. You had things that I was very kind of pulled into. I thought Cody, MJF, Cody and his brother, CM Punk returning was huge. But as time went on, that's when the politics start getting involved. And so much things have gone negatively. I don't know if they've corrected the other way. But in the beginning, I think there was hope. There was anticipation. But there was also something fresh, something exciting. I just think it went cold. I think Triple H upped the game. No longer is Tony Khan the Robin Hood of pro wrestling. Tony Khan becomes So Tony Khan becomes the big bad rich guy, and Triple H, even though Triple H is working for the big giant corporation, Triple H feels like the people's guy. I'm trying to give the fans what they want. Doesn't always get it perfect, but Triple H felt like he came in and made WWE better again. Gave it energy again, better booking, MCMG signs. And if you want to go back, I mean, look at all the other changes. A guy like Penn is now in the company. Triple H brought in a new energy, a new vibe, and Tony hasn't been able to match that. Does that mean Tony's never going to be able to do it? No. But 2024 was not a good year for AEW. Half of 2023 wasn't great. This year, I'm like, as a fan, I really need them to figure their shit out because I don't want to give up on a lot of the wrestlers I'm a fan of. I don't want to stop watching, but the show's got to make sense. Everything's got to fit. And ultimately, that's been Tony's biggest battle. I think he got a lot of leeway, and I think they handled COVID better than the WWE did. And that stretch really felt good. And they were smart, putting the wrestlers in the crowd. Guys like the Ass Boys became stars because of that. But yeah, I just think they missed the boat. And I think Tony, because he had all that grace, now he doesn't know what to do because it's gone. Undisputed Kingdom going 38%. Nobody 32, and Danny TR going 29. It's almost 30s across the board. That's crazy. Adam and Cole went from a great friendship with MJF in the best AEW storyline to be an afterthought. Well, unanimously, a lot of places, apparently not unanimously, but overwhelmingly, Adam Cole and MJF was thought to be one of the worst things that ever happened to AEW. That's the unfortunate part. Now, I don't know what you do with Adam Cole. He's been so, again, a guy that if you brought him in and he was up at the top and you felt like he was a top guy and you build him and booked him like a top guy, it mattered. But you had him doing funny stuff and silly shit. I don't get it. I really don't. Adam Cole needs a KFC 3-piece with a biscuit. Give him an extra biscuit, man. Adam Cole, Britt Baker split was mutual. Yeah, Chris, not really. I don't really care. Let's hope Tony grows and learns how to be a real boss. If not, it's over for AEW. He's got to learn to delegate, I think, Jose, ultimately. It's an old saying in sports. The head coach is only as good as the team he puts around him. As if you're a good head coach, you bring in a good assistant coach. And then you bring in a good, other assistants and other specialty coaches. So they all bring their expertise to the table. And then you are the guy that has to, steer the ship. Tony Khan's inability to delegate, to bring in the right people. Why, no offense to like Will Washington, but why? Why? Like what, give me a call, Tony, because clearly Will's not doing it. Code breaker into a backstabber. Into a kick. Okay. Circus of Clowns stipulation match. Clown. What? Pandemic WWE was tough to look at. And WWE under Vince and Bruce was so fucking stale. You saw what they did with 2.0. Like, they almost destroyed NXT as a brand. There's still people out there that will tell you, I don't watch NXT. It's garbage. Because they did so much damage. Bruce and Vince had no idea what to offer the fans in the late part of Vince's run. I think Vince was too busy running around the office playing grab ass to give a fuck about booking. And we got a lot of bad decisions. But we got a sharpshooter from Dax. Can we get a heart? Yeah, what the fuck have we done? Harley is on Collision MDB. I thought she was supposed to be here tonight. Good match. I thought she was fighting Deanna tonight. Yeah, tonight. Good match with no heat. Again, nobody cares. Undisputed Kingdom is all. Look at everyone laying around watching. And here we go. Little details in the production. I said this the other night, guys, and I stand by it. Twos. Everybody got a 2. Everybody gets a clothesline. Crowd cheering, crowd cheering. If you watch LFG and you listen to Taker and you listen to Bully and you listen to Mickey or Booker, and they're talking about where are your feet? Why did you do this? You got to sell that. It's about psychology. It's about getting into the fan's head. It's about like you watch all these fine details. If I was an aspiring wrestler, I would be watching LFG closely because then you see things like, why are three men all laying around the ring watching what's about to happen? Should they not be selling something opposed to just doing what they're doing? And we got a hockey fight. Daniel and Cole. Two of the smallest guys in the world. I would kick the shit out of both these men. Harley is on Collision. Nope. Was too busy. Yeah. Facts. I guess. Deanna versus Harley in the death slot. Yeah. The 9-minute match between 9 and 9:30. Ask Anthony. Jose trying to rile KJ up. What did Jose say? Oh, I see. Again, we got a weird spot going on. This shit I'm talking about, I thought Undisputed Kingdom was supposed to be a baby face. We don't know. Oh, he got the pin. What? What a shitty ending to that match. That match was a mess. So do we get Adam Cole versus Daniel Garcia? Undisputed Kingdom get the win. The crowd does not give a fuck. And I thought the ending was garbage. Is that 2 roll-up wins? Are we keeping count? Danny and FTR licking their wounds. OC versus Takeshka. OC is probably going to get back-to-back main events, Damian. And as an AEW fan out there, how do you feel about that? Are you happy about that? Do you think they're making the right choice? Well, we got a shoving match. And Danny and Cole trying to break it up. Oh, Tony made it official. Danny versus Cole on Collision. Not Revolution. Collision. What do you think, folks? What do you think? Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia on Collision. How do you feel about it? Wow, just wow. Listen, we watched NXT last night. We watched women's matches, men's matches. There was no match as bad as that trios match that just happened. As Claudio getting beat up by Cope. Why is Claudio alone? Cope hitting him with poles. Cope trying to be like me with all these poles going on. Sloppy. Yeah, it was bad. Bad indie wrestling. And that doesn't, I'm not saying indie wrestling's bad. That was a bad form of indie wrestling. Garcia can't even get on a PLE. He's your TNT champion. You want us to be like, oh shit, that's cool. Danny, Cole, they're about the same size. It'd be like little brothers fighting each other. Here's Marina. Here's Yuta. And Cope is down. Now, Cope was friends with FTR. Can anybody in the chat tell me where was FTR moments ago? They were in the ring. They were right there. So for weeks, we've seen rated FTR. Now they were literally, they're still at Gorilla. And nobody, not a ref, not a bell, not security, nobody. And again, these are the little things that need to change. If you want me to believe in what you're presenting, you have to have it better. You can't have Christopher Daniels out back bleeding with nobody around him. Cope is getting decimated. No baby faces coming out to help him. no referees, nothing. Just fuck it. Was that what I think it is? Jay White's back. Come back up because the other guys are idiots. Spear on Claudio. No, I really believe Takeshita could be a future. Yeah, he should be. He should be. The guy is super talented. This shit was way off. Something wasn't right about it. Looked unorganized, unprepared. It looked like 6 guys in the backyard having a drunken wrestling fight. Yuta took out Marina. Marina goes down. Marina goes down. Jay White laughs. Nobody takes this shit seriously. And still, not one bit of security to break this up. As we get the Blade Runner. Forno. Ricochet looked like he was going to sing at church. Going to the Biblics. Why do they do this? I don't get it. Cope is just going to murder one each week. Yes. As Claudio's down. Jay White telling him to do it. Again, does anyone understand why? Like, this is where people on the internet will say, well, we're the wrestling company, not sports entertainment. Well, this is a pro wrestling angle. The problem is you're doing angles just like the other show. You're just not doing them well. Here's Moxley. As now they're setting up Marina. There is no way as Mox. So the Death Riders, by the way, the big bad Death Riders that are hijacking this company are getting fucking decimated. Concerto! Moxley just standing there whining like a bitch. Camera angle made the chair look weak. Yep. Will they do this to a woman? And we got music. Moxley is legitimately biting his nails. Here comes Willow. And that's how you solve this problem. Still, no ref, no security, nobody from commentary. This has been going for minutes. And Moxley is literally biting his nails. Terminator Moxley is biting his nails. As Willow concertos, Shafir. Love it. Willow Nightingale should be a merchandising monster. She looked good, too. Let's go. And John just walks off. Oh, fuck. Why is Mox so useless? It's fucking bad. Bad, Jose. Bad. Execution is key for a storyline. Fact. And again, I know some of the fans out there, younger fans especially, are going to say, hey, KJ, what's the point? What does it matter? But at the end of the day, if you have Jay White playing King of the Mountain and refs are coming out trying to stop the carnage and you're wielding the chair to keep them back, now the fans are going, oh my God, this is crazy. You're creating urgency. You're creating angst, excitement. When it just goes through the motions, it's just a thing that happened. No big deal. It is lazy booking. Sorry, Jim. I know that's your thing, but it's just lazy writing. It's pop-up book writing. Right? Ooh, pretty picture. Ooh, pretty picture. No story, just pretty picture. Why is Mox so useless? He's the worst thing in the company. Next to Jericho. You guys know that Marina Shafir is Roderick Strong's wife. Fact. Would you allow that to happen? I know he's not part of the storyline, but come on now. He was just there. I agree. Now, again, it's part of the storyline. I will give you that. But even if you had FTR run out and they get held off or they get swung back or they're stopped from helping, make me believe that this is not supposed to happen. If you just run through it the way you just did, I believe you planned this. And I know, but that's how stories work, right? Like, you know, when you do a movie, the guy's not actually robbing the bank, but you send fake cops there to make us feel excited, right? If the bank robber walks in, takes the money, and walks out, there's no high-speed chase, there's no sirens, there's no gunshots. What's the point of watching? Where's the excitement? What? Just because he went in and got the money and committed the robbery? That's fine. We got 2 concertos, but no presence, nothing to make it believable, nothing to make it feel like, oh my God, this is buns. I like it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a commercial break. I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow. Elimination Chamber preview and predictions, 8 p.m. Friday, 3 hours SmackDown Go Home show from Toronto. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good one. And yeah, Trish, by the way, C-Money, everyone else out there, the lovely Trish Stratus will be on SmackDown. Looking forward to it. Anthony's TNA review comes out every week. Nobody covers TNA the way Anthony does, so make sure you check that out. And of course, Saturday night, we are here live, 6 p.m. We know when we start. We don't know when we're going to finish, but we want to blow up Elimination Chamber. We ask you nicely, be a friend, tell a friend. Let's get these streams to 200. I love seeing 100 plus. I want 200. I'm greedy. I am. I'm sorry. But here comes Harley. Speaking of greedy, all Mox does is scream and try and get. Mox is the tough guy at the bar running his mouth. But when shit breaks down, he's the one in the corner curled up in a ball, hiding from the fight. Mox gives us these big promos. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to crush your bones. I'm going to drink your blood. I'm going to marry your children. I'm going to fuck up your life. And then when you run out, he leaves. Where are you going? I thought you were tough. I thought you were going to fuck me up. Where did you go? Why aren't you here? What? Right? It's like there's a time and place, but we see guys like a Braun Breaker where he says, I'm going to fuck somebody up, and then goes out there and fucks somebody up. But here comes Deonna Purrazzo. Right on point, though. 9:28. Right after we do all the chaos and the concertos, send out the women. I don't want to hear anybody in the IWC talk about how bad women are booked and if they're not going to hold this division accountable. Where did Yuta go? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Mox definitely agreed to abandoning the storyline. You think so? I think he has no choice. But it blows my mind. We haven't seen the world title on the show in months. And again, my issue with Moxley is there's better than Moxley in the company. That's my issue. That Will Ospreay and Swerve and Paige, there's like a list of 7, 8 guys that would be better champions than John Moxley. The Death Riders have done nothing. The Death Riders aren't menacing. They don't cause trouble. They don't do shit. For a couple weeks, they beat up the Dark Order and Top Flight. Who gives a fuck? But we are off and running. I didn't even put a poll up because I'm talking so much. But let's see. Who wins? Wait, what? As Taya Valkyrie is in the back. Harley with an arm drag, getting a pop from the crowd for an arm drag. Harley. End this story. Yeah, put it down. Put it out of its misery. Give it the old Yeller treatment. Take it out back. So she came out just so a man doesn't. Yes. I figured they wouldn't do the concerto on a woman. Willow was the way to get around it. But as Willow comes out, you should have had a couple like Where the fuck is Chucky T? Send him out. Like, to just like be trying to stop her. Willow, don't do this. Don't go. And she pushes them away. You want the fans to be in that moment of like, let them fight. Let them fight. Not in this company. They just fight. Mox tries so hard and it's cringe. Again, to me, Moxley and Jericho are similar in this concept that they think their shit is fucking great. Everyone else thinks it's garbage, but that's their fault. They don't get it, right? Like Moxley telling fucking Renee, like, people don't get my genius. If they only understood my genius, these idiots. Nah, shit, bro. Your stuff sucks. Straight up sucks. AEW cameraman. Did Willow abandon Willow? Did Willow Abaddon a Willow? Maybe. Deanna, basement slide to the outside. Down goes Harley. This match is making me sleepy. I stopped chilling with that guy, TJ. Oh, okay. We love you, Harley. Harley Cameron. This match already sloppy. It's been almost 6 months since we've seen the AEW title. It's an afterthought now. That is fucking nuts. Like anybody with any type of wrestling experience, as a fan, as a worker, if you said to them, we will not put the world title on TV for 6 months, there is not a person on the planet that I could think of that would go, sounds great. What are we doing? What are we doing? Who thought of this? And again, if Moxley is going to walk, like Moxley's promos are all talk and he has no walk. He's all sizzle, no steak. He is the tough guy at the bar running his mouth. And then when shit breaks off, he ain't nowhere to be found. He's standing in the corner biting his nails. They showed Moxley, oh my God, the heartless bone crusher that is Moxley. Woo, woo, woo. What the fuck? What? What have we done? Why? By the way, I'm in picture. Crowd, no, they died. But it goes to prove the point. You just killed Harley. People were loving Harley. And you killed her. Because Harley's not going back after Mercedes, which the fans are hoping. Mumu. We got Mumu. Deanna always been big. Like, big deal? What do you mean? Deanna looking like she... No. Yeah, we don't... Mega, it's a tough comment, man. But... yeah, she always been thick, though. A great woman, by the way. Harley Cameron is one of the few bright spots in AEW. She is. But that's that pro wrestling stuff. Right? Like, it's like saying, like, I have a shitty car because I'm not into those good car things. Or you're into those, like, driving cars? Well, I'm into this bicycle. Like, it's a weird fucking take. You're in the same business. Well, we're wrestling. They're sports entertainment. The fuck are you trying to do with the wrestling? Well, we just like having matches. Do you not want to entertain? Harley's over as fuck, but you killed her because her revenge match, her turning around and going after Mercedes and saying, I almost had you. You cheated. I almost had you. I want you at Revolution. Now people pay attention. More people are interested. More people. No, we'll send Billy Starks to talk to Sasha. We'll send Mumu to talk to Sasha. Harley, take your puppet, put it back in the garbage bin, and go back about your business. Does anybody have a theory to why? Anybody have an idea why that would be the case? Why would it be booked that way? Breaking news, Julia is officially injured at Triple H. Announced that today, and she's taking a break after Roadblocks. Roadblocks is funny, though. Shout out to my little one who loves to drag me into Roblox. That explains a lot then, Damien. We were trying to figure out why they were going to bring these two titles together and have the champion versus champion match. If Julia's injured, what can we do? Deanna looking like I didn't want to click on that twice. What MDB say? Deanna, man, there's nothing wrong with Deanna at all. And I know you're actually defending it, MDB, so thank you. Again, I just snap a twig. I don't know what to do with a twig, so give me some thickness any day of the week. Deanna had a baby. Some ladies snap back and ladies don't. Is that true? I can't remember. Did she really have a kid? She might have, but it doesn't matter. She was always, again, it's those. Hey, let's move on. I predict one of AEW women will sign with WWE this year, such as Byron. Yeah, I didn't think so. Byron. I think Deanna's awesome. AEW needs to combine the Continental and International title and get rid of the trios. Deanna going for the submission. That was a weird spot. I don't know what just happened. 2 count. Tony, you're a fucking idiot. Shivani, do you hear the fans are getting behind Harley? They've been behind Harley. And Harley gets the win. Let's go. Are you fucking kidding me? Tony Schiavone. The fans are getting behind Harley. Where the fuck have you been? My knees plate. Yeah, facts. Harley and WWE would be so nice. Again, because he would know how to market it. Market her. Willow would be a moneymaker. Willow is the second coming of the hugger. Like, there is money to be made with these wrestlers. You just don't have the guy. Tony Khan is Jack Sparrow with the broken compass. If you get the reference, great for you. But that's what it is. Tony Khan is the captain of the ship, and his compass is broken. He is literally trying to nail Jello to the wall and make it stick. It's not going to work. As we are getting a replay of Orange Cassidy and his attempt to get his IC title back. Again, still not quite making sense of why is Orange Cassidy fighting Takeshita to get to Kenny instead of Kenny to get to Takeshita. I needed Deanna to leave AEW like yesterday. How bad do you feel, Anthony? And again, I'm celebrating, yeah, Harley. But poor Deanna Purrazzo, her first match on Dynamite in months, and she loses to an admitted rookie or an admitted beginner. Deanna, one of the best. Deanna had to go on Give My Belt Back tour before she came to AEW. She had so many belts. She had to go around. Here's your belt back. Here's your belt back. Here's your belt back. Deanna has barely gotten a sniff of either title in AEW. Another example where the people talk about, well, Josh Alexander. So Mike Speedball Bailey's finally coming. Yeah, and then he's going to jot out to fucking hologram. What are we going to do? But it's got to sting, Anthony, as a fan of Deanna Purrazzo. As much as I'm happy for Harley, poor Deanna. Taya didn't even have, like, Deanna and Taya are supposed to be heels. So why is Taya not at ringside fucking with Harley? Nah, she's in the back cheering her friend on. Build the fucking angles. Willow in NXT would be perfect. Orange Cassidy. Is that all we got left? I cannot fucking believe that this company, this man, Tony Khan, books 2 weeks in a row Orange Cassidy in the main event. 2 weeks. What are we doing? Why? Is anybody jazzed? I don't get it. 7 minutes. That's all. And remember, that's the only women's match we had tonight. We had Mercedes for a hot minute earlier in the show. People are saying that Triple H doesn't know how to book the women's division, guys. There's literally all this rhetoric. I broke down Raw and SmackDown every time we saw a lady. This Raw on Monday opened the show. The first 4 wrestlers we see are women. Women in the main event, women in big spots, women in big angles, setting up an elimination chamber for the women. Who's Charlotte gonna face? Who's gonna win the chamber and face Rhea Ripley, because we know Tiffany's taken. Again, 2 solid matches, maybe 3. Lots of backstage time, lots of promo time. Jade and Bianca on the TV all the time. Liv Morgan, Raquel on the TV all the time. The women are 0, almost 0 in AEW. And the women that do get over or that we are excited about don't get booked. No Thunder Rosa, no Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter was a former world champion, came back from injury on a pre-show and never went anywhere else. Somebody tell me why. So anybody out there, before you jump on your fucking keyboards and start beating that negativity that the IWC loves to push out there, let me ask you, if you don't like that other company and you want to accuse them of poorly booking something, what about the company you're cheering for? How are they doing? Day 2, Orange is losing. I think Orange is losing. But Cope just loading the Death Riders into the ambulance. The Death Riders are dead, folks. For the love of God, I hope so. Jay White's going to turn on Cope and join the Death Riders. But I hear Jane. Tanisha, thank you for the $10 super chat. What happened to the Renegade Twins? Are they still in our Ring of Honor? This sucks. I haven't seen the Renegade Sisters in a hot minute. I don't know where they are. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. But here comes OC. I guess I should take the old poll down and put new poll up. Y'all keep me talking. Y'all keep me talking out there. But ladies and gentlemen, as we head into the main event, I will remind everybody out there, we are back tomorrow for Elimination Chambers preview and predictions. If you want to know what myself, Anthony, and Nick think going into Chamber tonight, tomorrow night is the night to do it, as we will be live, and it will be fun. But who you taking in this one? Takeshita, OC. Who will go on to face Kenny Omega, the not champion? The only positive thing Tony did well this month is not showing Jeff Jarrett on my TV. You know what? They really fucked up the Jeff Jarrett thing, Adam. That to me is an example of where I feel like TK's booking is very much like Vince. We get like 2 weeks of promo and then the story dies. That to me feels very VKM. But here comes Takeshita. I'm almost pre-wired to say Takeshita. But one of the best talents in this company. Did Tony Khan forget the Julie Hayter rubber match? Well, I think did Julia not get hurt again? I don't know. Somebody can correct me. Is Julia still out there? What did James say? Should be orange. Yeah. Khan. Again, Tony Khan is booking for Tony. When Tony Khan says I book for the sickos, he means him. That's it. He's not booking for you. He's not booking for me. He's not booking for the fans that paid money. He's booking for him. Camille is a genius. AJ, you might have to expand on that. As ladies and gentlemen, we are getting the ding, ding, ding. And I will ask you again, is Orange Cassidy in the main event position 2 weeks in a row. Good for AEW. 59% going to Keshka, 39 going OC, and 4% going nobody. Not bad, not bad. We had Mania Concerto by Willow. A Marina, yes, we did. Orange never loses. Never is a strong word, MDB, but rarely. As Takeshka breaks the glasses and then eats them. The Dead Riders. So what does this mean? Come Revolution, Moxley's all alone? Oh, no. Oh, no. Big Bad. Oh. Jay White is so lost. He's Cope's compadre. 2 down. I think the IWC holds WWE to a higher standard, and that's why they justify it. I think they, to an extent, but I do feel like you are right. They get held to a different depth of the microscope, right? The fans really like. I saw Dakota Kai taking shit because he tripped over camera cords. Like, I want to know what motherfuckers watching wrestling are so perfect at their jobs that they can laugh at somebody tripping over a camera cord. Oh, she's shit. Nah, she tripped. Some days I trip getting out of fucking bed. Never mind fucking trying to do a wrestling match. But yes, you do have a point there, Jose. And I do think they hold them to a higher standard, a higher expectation. My only thing that I implore the fans to try and do in the WFU is use the same measuring stick for all the shows. The death ratings, the Boar Horseman. We ain't Sheeta on why ain't Sheeta on AEW? I don't know where Sheeta is. That's a perfect example, bonkers. Tony Khan will say out loud, we have one of the best women's rosters in all of wrestling. Factual. He has an amazing women's roster. I can think of at least 10 women that I love watching wrestle in AEW. The problem is I never see them. They don't do anything that matters. They don't get enough time on TV. They don't get enough. And they get far less than the women in WWE, the women in NXT, the women in TNA. Nobody in wrestling books women worse than Tony Khan. Cassidy up, over the rope. And Takeshita going for the eye rake. TNA needs to get off Access TV before I consider them above AEW Impact Access. Joe, that's a good point. A lot of people feel that way. And the fact of not having full access to TNA hurts TNA. If TNA, like in Canada now, TNA is on one of our sports channels every Thursday. So that really helps the presence of TNA. Wrestle Rants. Tony Khan loves to take his hot talent and cut their moment. So it's effing strange. Harley right now should be mimicking Jay and Gunther's story. Lose a few, then win the belt at Revolution or whatever, PLE. Rants, you're not wrong. And it's something I've been talking about a lot tonight. It's not that I, like, again, I do say this because some people misconstrue the passion. But it's not a hatred for AEW that's bothering. Like, that is why I'm here complaining. It's, I know what you have. I see what you have. A lot of us see what you have. And we don't understand the mindset, the process, or the concept of what you were trying to achieve. We don't get it. We have been taught as wrestling fans that if we start cheering for somebody, we will start seeing them more. And in AEW, Tony Khan has proven time and time again, very much like Vincent Kennedy McMahon, that he does not give a fuck about the fans. And he can say whatever he wants. Tony Khan doesn't truly give a fuck about the fans. There's one fan that Tony Khan cares about, and it's the guy that puts the headset on and sits at Gorilla every Wednesday and Saturday. That is the fan that Tony Khan is booking for. That guy. That's it. The only other purpose behind his booking is to keep his friendships. I'm going to book Jericho in a way that Jericho still loves me. I'm going to book the Bucks the way they want to be booked so they like me. Danny Garcia is cool. We dance together. I'm going to book him special. He told everybody last year, you like Daniel Garcia? You're going to see a lot of Daniel Garcia. We don't see a lot of Daniel Garcia. We got Daniel Garcia with a belt, and then we stopped seeing Daniel Garcia. Tony Khan only books for Tony Khan. That's why Orange Cassidy, back-to-back main events. Help me understand. One person out there in the world try to explain why Orange Cassidy is back-to-back main eventing fucking Dynamites. I don't know where Sheeta is. I like Sheeta a lot. Jamie Hayter won that rubber match against Julia Hart. I can't remember. I'm going to say no. I'm going to believe you. I wish I could fast forward to EC this Saturday. Dude, we're almost there. Tomorrow's Friday, Junior. Friday, Saturday. We're almost there. Kill Switch is medically cleared to wrestle. Oh, dude, that's actually a nice story, Damien. So thoughts and prayers go out to Kill Switch. I hate his name is Kill Switch, but on a human level, the wrestling aside, it is amazing to know that he is doing better. Yeah, so there was mixed reports about this, but the rumor is apparently Camille put her foot down. Something happened where Camille looked at Tony and said, let me go. And he went, fine, sign this NDA. Speculation. But it feels like anybody that leaves AEW has to sign an NDA on the way out, which, again, makes you wonder, what are they really up to? What is the backstage really like? Punk has an NDA. Camille has an NDA. Other people out there, we've already talked about their NDAs. What is really going on that you need all these NDAs? Julia was on Collision. That you didn't compute anymore. That you don't compute anymore. Okay. Once the hands go in the pockets, it's game over. Cassidy on the apron as we come back to the action, going to the top. Nice. Coming down from the top, off the rope, big clothesline. He may show up at Revolution. Conrad. What would Conrad say? Oh. Worst trip of my life was... Thanks, Jose. I can't even find access. It's funny. No access to access. I saw someone say that TK was smart for not having Double J on TV, not realizing that Jeff is too smart to be on this catastrophe of a show. If Tony was that smart, why did Tony run the angle, though? That's what hurts your fan base more than anything. Think about the real dark days of WWE. It was that stop and start booking. People hated, you'd get behind somebody and they would then just get destroyed. Or you were into something and here comes Brock Lesnar, here comes Goldberg, here comes Ronda fucking Rousey to fuck up all our plans. Wow, Blue Thunder Bomb. These kicks are soft. So yeah, I mean, again, so if you're going to start this angle, Jeff Jarrett, one last ride for the Outlaw, and 2 weeks later, he's nowhere to be found, your fans stop believing you. You're just crying wolf. Tony Khan loves to take his hot talent and cut their moments. I got that one. I do believe these kickouts are soft. It's a decent match. It's one of the better matches of the night. On a weak Dynamite, this one's not bad. We all know the OC can't win this. As both men to the outside, Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole for the TNT title on Collision. We will be here Saturday night. As the ref stops Callis. Callis, the only manager in history that never actually manages, does commentary more than managing. This has been a boring show. Very. Like we talked last night, AJ. And what's one thing we said about NXT last night? The show was fast. 2 hours fast. In and out. Lickety split. Tonight didn't feel that fast. Tonight didn't cook. Tonight didn't clip. Yeah, no one knows. As Orange Cassidy is clearing off the table for Takeshita. Oh, hands in the pocket. Takeshita jumps up. OC fighting it. Back body drop. Almost a beach break. The announced dad's half broke. Camille was great on Cornette podcast. I agree. I'm a big fan of Camille. The longest reigning NWA women's champion, I think, of all time. Again, Camille, perfect example. You sign her, everyone's like, oh my God, they signed Camille. It's going to be such a big deal. It's going to mean so much for AEW's women's division. What did it mean? You booked it all wrong. Camille's another example. And if Camille ends up in the WWE system, it's going to be another glaring example of Tony can't book. We get an orange punch. Takeshita to the outside. DDT. Tope DDT. Not bad, not bad. I think everyone has a good idea how it's is backstage. I think so. Feels like Romper fucking Room, Keyshawn. And if anyone out there doesn't know what Romper Room is, Google it. As Orange Cassidy gets his head blown off, knocked his ass right out, Tony. Stun Dog Millionaire. Stun Dog. Kill switch, KJ. Yeah. I'll get back to that, Vance, in 2 seconds. Oh, Takeshita no sells the Stun Dog. I think that was a tombstone. Nobody sells anything. Fuck it. Into Pop Rocks for 2. Backstage AEW has to be terrible. It depends where you are. If you're in the good clique, it's great. You get to hang out with Tony. You get the party. 3. Takeshita takes out Orange Cassidy in what I would call probably the match of the night. Nobody sells anything. And it hurts the company. It hurts the match. It hurts my head. His shoulders weren't down, probably not. I missed it. Vince Russo is, I guess, retiring from podcasting later this year. Bye, Felicia. Where's Vance? Back to Vance. I could see a scenario, Vance, because we haven't seen Kill Switch. Edge wins at Revolution, and Kill Switch shows up, kicks Edge in the head, and Christian gets the pin. It's a scenario we've seen before. Tony likes going back to the well. If Kill Switch is cleared to go, that makes a lot of sense. This match is buns. I like that. That might catch on, MDB. As Kenny Omega is going to be on Collision, or at least we're going to hear from him. Big win for Takeshita tonight. Deanna needs to go back to TNA. So Takeshita has earned the right to defend his title against Kenny at Revolution. Yeah, too much. I think it's buns personally. I'm with you. It's fucking buns for sure. Jake, what's up? How you doing? Every Wednesday feels like I'm at WFU taking KJ's class on Booking 101. Jose, we are the WFU. And if it's good, listen, nobody can say shit to me anymore. Last week, I complimented Chris Jericho. If that shows you I'm willing to put bias aside and call it the way I see it, nothing ever will convince you of that. But for my money, again, the bad stuff is the bad stuff, and it's just simple. The difference between extraordinary and ordinary is that little bit extra. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, after that wonderful corny note, that is Dynamite. Dynamite is done. It's in the books. How did you feel about it? What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? What was in between? How did you feel? I'm curious. Bum, bum, bum. I don't like Orange. It's so hard to pay attention. He's just boring. And the problem is he doesn't have any ebbs and flows. You can be the cool dude, but you still have to have ups and downs. You got to have flow to it. If you're in the middle of getting your head kicked in, don't put your hands in your pocket. It's fucking dumb. There's a difference between being the cool guy and being the moron. The ref stopped Callis. Yes, tried to. Well, I got in his face. I didn't know Camille had the nice Southern accent. I like her more after that. There you go. Always a sucker for a Southern belle. Surely they wouldn't be dumb enough to take the belt. No, they couldn't. Go see Queen in the ring. I intend to. I'll let you know how I feel about it. Table didn't collapse. Tope! All right, I'm way behind. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is your rating tonight? How did you feel about the show? What did you like? What didn't you like? And if I missed your comment, we do have super chats, super stickers, and the membership to stand out. I'm shocked. I'm behind by like a minute. I apologize. But yeah, that's your show. Samoa, same Jose. I thought you were going to say, I was like, there was no Samoa Joe tonight. Bianca attacked Jade. AJ, that is my theory. There's a debate right now between me and my partner, Nick, that, he's saying Naomi. I'm saying Bianca. I don't know. I like it, though, because we don't know. The Geek Box, everyone's second favorite box in the world. Go check out our man Geek Box for all the love he gives us. Feels like the wrestling game match here. They're all tapping that's what it is. It's just hit, move, hit, move, hit, move, hit, move. People got to understand, and some people talk about selling, but one thing that people overlook is registering. Yeah, you need to register a move, but it's not just so that you look hurt, but it's also to make us feel like the move is fucking cool. The move did something. If you do a big flip move and the other guy just gets up and hits you with something, well, that move sucked. Pick another one. Right? You got to register these moves. You got to have moments. Like, if you have a moment where he hits the blue thunder bomb or he hits pop rocks like we saw with Orange Cassidy, and Takeshi staggers but finds a way to pull off a move, it works. But if you're all just, like you said, button tapping, it looks bad, and it's insulting my intelligence. 2.9999. All right, I'll take that. Kind of an odd ending, always. Great TVs think alike. There you go. This crowd doesn't care about this match, not much. Mole, Nose, and Orange Dude, good match. I hate the name Kill Switch. I don't like it either. So Takeshita won his belt back with the prize of defending it against Omega. Right, James? Right? Should Kenny not fight OC? But see, Tony wouldn't put two of his favorites together for that number one contender spot, right? It makes no sense. Why would the champion have to defend his title to defend his title? Especially a heel champion. The last thing, Callis, Don, you're his manager and you're letting him, he has to go through OC and then less than 2 weeks later go to Kenny? Who's in charge of this man? No overrun, not bad. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Wow, no overrun. Yeah, I'm pretty shocked by that as well. 6 out of 10. Bussin', is that good or bad? Listen, AJ, bussin' is horrible. I know what you're asking. Does it mean good or bad? It doesn't matter. Do not use the term bussin'. Nobody out there use the term bussin'. For the safety of your, for the sanctity of your own life, do not use bussin'. It's a bad word. I don't want to hear it. Bussin' sucks. I know there's someone in the background over there laughing about that. 6 out of 10. No overruns, crazy. 6 out of 10. 5.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Yes, I did. Spaz, nice catch. 7.5. That's my man. I like it. Wish I could do a reaction video of people seeing you compliment Jericho. Fucking shit, right? I couldn't believe I complimented Jericho. But if it's good, it's good. I don't care if my least favorite person comes out and does something good. I'm going to say what it is. Like, again, if Britney Spears puts out a banger tomorrow, I'm not going to act like the song sucks because it's Britney. If something's good, it's good. I don't care where it came from, what it's happening with it. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. And a lot of tonight was bad, and the good was few and far between. But so Jericho gets some love. Fucked it up with his match, though, because he acted all serious and then had a shit match. Poor fucker. 9.7 out of 10. Let's go. 4.75 out of 10. Loved Harley match. Ricochet actually got some real heat. Willow sighting. Okay. CM Punk will be on SmackDown March 21st and March 28th. KJ, you're looking forward to it. They did announce that. Yes, that's awesome. OC lost to Moxley twice, disappears for over a month, and then gets back to yeah, I mean, yeah, like, make it all make sense. Set up a flow chart, Tony. Tony needs a big fucking board that he can work some shit out on. How do you rate Takeshita's title run if he loses to Kenny? I think Takeshita's title run has been one of the better title runs of the last little while, but not great. Again, they kind of fall to the wayside, and he hasn't had a whole lot of like overly exciting stuff. But when he gets a match, he fucking burns. So I give him credit. I like Takeshita a lot. Good match. I'm with AJ tonight. 6 out of 10. I thought this week was better than last week. There was some fun stuff here. But I think, again, because Moxley can't be this badass champion and be in the crowd biting his nails. Bad look. The women's match, 7 minutes, no other women's presence really other than Sasha. And as I've said repeatedly, I do not give a flying fuck about Sasha Banks versus Mumu. No, I won't do it. I don't care. You can go with that. It's not important to me. But there was some good stuff on the show. I thought the tag match was a little bit fun. The ending was clunky, kind of went with the way we knew it was going to go. The Outrunners deserved better. Harley got to be on the show and got a win. Poor Deonna Purrazzo, but at least there was a win there. Ricochet swerve, maybe the best part of the show. Hangman Adam Page continues to impress me. And the fact that Copeland not only injured Claudio, but also put him in the ambulance and said goodbye, and Moxley still was nowhere to be found, blows my mind. Camille and Jade Cargill. Oh, Jesus. Yes, let's go. 6.5 out of 10. Thank God for no Samoa Joe. Yeah, no, I mean, 7.5 out of 10. Gotta go. See ya, Mega. What is Lash Legend and or Jakara took out Jade or beyond? It's a possibility. Highly unlikely, though. I think the storyline, especially going into Mania, has to be bigger than those two, unfortunately. But you never say never. 5 out of 10. I appreciate, bro. Been trying to get my affairs in order since the holidays. I'm back now, though, Corey. T's and P's. Hope everything's going well. Things go smooth, and it's good to see you back. Jose, thank you so much for the super chat. Use this for the vitamins, KJ. I know you need it after tonight. Listen, I got a big old tube of vitamins with my name on it the minute I get off and say goodbye after all that nonsense. 7 out of 10 from Boston. Fair enough. Again, a little more friendly, a little more forgiving to AEW. I'm pretty sure everybody can agree that we are excited for Collision this Saturday. Yeah, maybe. The main event confused me. Phil, I'm with you. I'm still confused. I didn't like how it played out. Weird little nuances. And again, this idea that Takeshita won his belt to take on, it's so fucking contrived. 1.5 out of 13, says Spaz. Holy shit. Ain't nobody watching Saturday with the Chamber. We'll try and peek at it, Wesley, but we're not going to see much. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. AEW was good for 3 straight weeks from January 29th up until February 19th. Shake my head. We sunk right back into what I am watching on television. Wrestle Rants. I would agree. I think 2025 started strong or started well for TK and Dynamite. The last 2 weeks in particular have, like, this week was a little bit better than last week, but not great. Not great. And it's messy. Just messy. It's like, is Cap bussin'? No, Cap and bussin' done. Bussin' is not a thing. Don't do it. Using the word bussin' does make me want to hit you with a chair. Facts. Bussin' makes me instantly no longer want to talk to you. Nope. Good wrestling on interesting stories as always. And the word bussin' to the yes, bussin'. Fuck bussin'. Yeah, no shit. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at that point. 6 out of 10. The non-title feud are better than the title feuds. Facts. Wait, I just saw something. Show your, where was it? Where's MDB? I missed it. Doesn't matter. Took 24 years for the Y2J virus to finally catch up. Yeah, no shit. It's finally killing things. Jose, could you normalize? Yeah, no. This AEW was busting. I would give you that. Fucking horribly busting. But ladies and gentlemen, that is Dynamite. Biggest plot twist. Jade botched. She fell onto the car herself. That would be it. And almost like people would be like, we fucking knew it. 6 out of 10. But the show was boring except for a few things. I'm with you. Tonight felt a lot longer than last night. That's cap. You ain't no, not bussing. Nothing's cap. Fuck it all. Speak proper. Bussing needs to go away. But thank you, MDB. That's what I'm here for. And last but not least, Spaz, $5. I'm sorry, but I'm more hyped for the ref in the mask next week, next Wednesday night on Evolve. Hashtag Ref Jesse, let's go. Spaz, you might not be wrong. You might not be wrong. But ladies and gentlemen, that is our show tonight. We are back tomorrow, 8 p.m. for the previews and predictions. Friday, SmackDown. Saturday, Elimination Chamber. We got so much more coming your way. We're working on things. Our WFU merch is now available. It is now out there. Don't miss out. Join the WFU. If you're out there and you want to say goodbye to the belly aching that is the IWC, well, then follow the WFU. Wrestling Fans United. We are the Wrestling Utopia. We are the exception to the rule. We are everything you need. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. On behalf of Anthony, on behalf of Big Nick, I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, and my voice is saying goodnight. But I will see everybody on the flip side. Back at it tomorrow. And until then, I will see you on the flip side. Good night.